For decades, we've built artificial intelligence out of silicon, copper, and endless lines of code. But researchers are now moving past that digital constraint. They are beginning to drive robots using living, pulsing, biological tissue. In a laboratory in China, scientists have bypassed traditional programming. Instead of writing commands that tell a machine to turn left or right, they grew an actual brain from real human cells and wired it directly into a mobile robot. Artificial intelligence is migrating out of our phones and into physical reality. It is gaining autonomy and biological capabilities at a velocity that has outpaced our existing legal and ethical frameworks. To see where this is heading, we have to look at 3 isolated breakthroughs across the globe. When these pieces are joined, they point toward a specific reality, a convergence of technologies that will redefine what we mean by intelligence. Our first stop is Tianjin, China. Here, researchers have successfully engineered a functioning brain on a chip. They start with human stem cells, the superheroes of cellular biology that can transform into almost any tissue. By exposing them to a precise sequence of nutrients, they coax these cells to grow into cortical organoids. These are 3-dimensional clusters of neural tissue that naturally form firing synaptic connections, mimicking the development of a real human cerebral cortex. Once this organic cluster reaches the size of a grain of rice, it is placed onto a microelectrode array. This grid interlocks with the cells, acting as a physical bridge that allows microscopic hardware to both record the neuron's electrical signals and stimulate the living tissue. Instead of running on pre-coded software, the robot learns through biological reinforcement. When the robot successfully avoids an obstacle, the system sends a reward signal back to the organoid. The living neurons adapt and strengthen specific pathways, learning to navigate the physical world using the same electrical signals as a biological organism. Just a few hours away in Shanghai, neurosurgeons are applying this same neurorobotic interface technology directly to human patients. Using an ultra-thin, wireless brain-computer interface implanted on the cerebral cortex, a paralyzed patient recently learned to control a robotic arm using nothing but their thoughts. Because the device is wireless and flexible, it avoids the infection risks and tissue damage associated with previous rigid models. In these laboratories, biological tissue and human thought are being converted into a modular, adaptable operating system for physical hardware. Halfway across the world in Pittsburgh, the software side of this equation is evolving just as quickly. 2 professors from Carnegie Mellon University have launched a startup called Skild AI, pulling in $300 million in their first round of funding. That backing comes from tech leaders, including Jeff Bezos, who are funding the race toward artificial general intelligence, software that thinks and learns across any domain. Skild AI is building a universal digital brain designed to drop into any robot body. They train this model using surprise-based reinforcement learning. Instead of being programmed for specific tasks, the AI is rewarded for encountering unpredictable physical obstacles, like an unexpected stack of boxes, and instantly figuring out a novel way to navigate them. This effectively removes the need for human instruction. By allowing software to teach itself how to react to new environments, we are granting robots a high level of cognitive autonomy in the physical world. To see the physical vessels these intelligent systems will inhabit, we look to Hyderabad, India. Zen Technologies has just entered the military robotics arena with a machine named Prahasta. It is a 4-legged robot built for battlefield operations. Unlike a typical robotic dog, Prahasta carries a lethal tactical loadout. It navigates using spatial LiDAR scanning to map its surroundings in 3D, while its onboard AI plans missions for its mounted assault rifles. If knocked over in combat, a feature called auto-resurrection allows it to instantly right itself in seconds. It also possesses enough mechanical strength to firemen carry a 180-pound payload over uneven terrain. We have now successfully engineered lethal hardware that possesses greater physical durability, strength, and combat mobility than a human soldier. Visualize the immediate future where these 3 global breakthroughs are merged into a single entity. Imagine a weaponized quadruped from India. But instead of running on basic navigation software, it is powered by a universal digital brain, giving it the ability to adapt to unpredictable physical threats in real time. Then add the final, biological layer. This machine could be driven by a lab-grown human brain learning through physical interaction, Or it could be controlled telepathically by a soldier miles away using a wireless cerebral implant. A weaponized platform that navigates using autonomous logic and processes instructions through lab-grown neurons complicates the historic distinction between a tool and a biological entity. What do you think separates humanity from this new class of biological machines? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you found this breakdown valuable, hit the like button, subscribe, and stick around for more.